Hi everyone, it's Athena. Welcome back to my channel. I'm getting ready to do the collective messages for Tuesday, May 19th, 2020. Tuesday the 19th, 2020. Okay. Let's see what's going on for the collective. What is happening? Let's see what is going on. I love these cards. Okay, they're easy to shuffle as well. It's really nice. Okay. All right, let's see what's happening for the collective for Tuesday the 19th of May. 5 of Swords. Oh, geez. All right. What are we fighting about? Are we fighting against, are we going against the grain of changes, right? I hear the changes. Fighting for your freedom, winning at all costs for your freedom. Right? Here's this guy who's like, you just, hopefully you didn't kill him. I don't know why I'm saying that. Someone just gave up because the fight wasn't worth it. So either you or someone else fought a battle to win your freedom at all costs. Wow. 4 of Wands in the home. So fighting in the home. Fighting for freedom. Well, we are fighting for freedom, are we not? We want to get out of the house. We are fighting for freedom. We are. As a collective, right? It is a collective reading. It could also be obviously, disagreements happening right now, especially how 5 planets, if I'm not mistaken, are in retrograde, right? So watching what you say would probably be a good thing right now, right? So whatever chaos is ensuing and someone is trying to argue and fight against you, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to reconsider lashing out also, right? Someone wants to win the fight. So you may just want to, is it you, wanting to fighting the good fight. I mean, I'm not saying not stick up for yourself, but let's see what's happening. Someone's getting cut out. Okay. So this could be, here we are having this fight within a home. Obviously the home is reversed. So someone says something that really, as we say, hits below the waist. Someone is going to lash out verbally. That is going to be the last straw. Are you doing it intentionally, or is it by accident you say something in the heat of the moment, right? Someone's fighting for their freedom here. To get out of the house, to be independent, to be free of, could be a divorce, right? Wanting out. Not only getting out physically, but wanting out. Okay. So that's going to happen. I mean, come on. We've been in quarantine for what seems like forever, right? Couple months, March, April, May, right? So yeah, divorce. Yep. All right. So a lot of people are going to go through upheaval within a home right now, with the planets being in retrograde, as well as lashing out is happening. Be mindful of this happening. If it's happened to you, then this, I mean, obviously, if you can relate to this, this is wanting to get divorced, right? This is standing up for your rights, for freedom. I want out. I don't want to be here. Saying something that, right? Saying something you may regret later, but so be mindful of that. That's why readings to prevent disasters, like it's one thing if you want to get a divorce or you want to separate from someone that you've had a long-term relationship with, whatever the case may be, live-in situation, what have you. I've heard also engagements. But it's one thing to also be hurtful, right? You don't want to lash out verbally because you can't take your words back. So that's why the readings, for those reasons, preventative measures are good, right? Not necessarily, predictive in the way that, you know what I'm saying, I think. So someone's been carrying this burden for a long time. The burden of wanting their freedom, right? What is this? The song. It's where the deer and the antelope roam. That's what I hear. Where freedom is heard, something. Home on the range. Okay. I'm hearing home on the range. It is literally a song. Home on the range, where the deer and the antelope roam. So, someone wants their freedom without question. Look at, there's also the horse is freedom. The deer and the antelope roam. Someone wants to be free. There's no doubt here. Someone wants their freedom. They want to get a divorce. They're asking for a divorce. Hopefully they're not cutting in their words about the divorce, but they want out. And it's like I said, it's going to happen. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Someone is, okay, so this Queen of Pentacles is kind of, the first word I heard was like arrogant. So someone could be cutting in their words and saying, I'm done, I've had enough, I've carried this too long, I've been in this marriage too long, 10 being a new beginning, I want out. But you also have to be careful. If this is applying to you, this is about, you could get too arrogant in your words, in the way that you're fighting. You may literally say something that you will regret later. This is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Do not become arrogant or egotistical. Do not be cutting in your words. If you want out, say it, but there's a way to say it that won't hurt the other person, right? Worried about your money as you walk also, right? The Queen of Pentacles is all about the bag, making sure that the security of the future for the Queen, she's going to ensure that she keeps as much as she can if this is indeed a divorce. A new offering of love. Wow. This Queen wants to move and offer her love, his love, somewhere else. Let's go. I have to know. I have to know. Where is the Queen of Pentacles offering her love to? A new beginning with 2 pages. This could also be child support, you guys. Yeah. The love of your kids. having to pay for your children as you walk from this marriage, relationship, whatever. So this is what you're concerned with. You're concerned that you want, so you could have been fighting over the children, like, you know, your typical unfortunate but true. Who's, you know, how are we going to spend time? How are we going to divvy up the time frame? How much money is it going to cost to take care of the kids? It's like coming down to the wire. This queen is going to have to give through the love of the queen's heart, right? She's holding that pentacle to give to one of the kids, love and money, right? So she's going to feminine energy, but it could be masculine, right? Makes no difference here. Someone is definitely fighting over the children, over the child support, over how they're going to divvy up the time and the money. Time of love. Verbally lashing out about it. Fighting in general. Someone is arrogant. The peacock shows up twice, you guys. That's arrogance. Someone's being cutting in their words and arrogant. Like, I'm only going to give you so much and I don't care what you say, right? Or I'll fight you to whatever, you know? Yeah, I'll fight you even, you know, through the courts if I have to, or you are fighting with the courts. And this is someone who's saying, I don't care anymore. I'm done. I've had enough. So someone's definitely, their whole life is changing because someone said, I'm done. And here is the culprit, right? What's the culprit? The deception of lies and emotional manipulation, right? Emotional pain, anguish, whatever lies, whatever happened, this is all over. And it was over that this happened. That's another thing. So someone was trying to get away with lies and deception in a family unit. And now what remains? What remains is the pain, the burden, shouldering the burden of having to go through the process of the pain. But someone says, I don't care, I'm going through it because I've had enough. Oh yeah, hello, I've had enough. So this is not going to be surprising in the fact that I don't feel I think this is a long time coming. You have the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. This has been coming for a long time. This is not a surprise. The whatever 7 months, 7 years of lies and deception, right, had to end. And if you didn't do it, the universe did. The universe is saying this cannot continue. This family unit that was once happy is now disintegrating. Someone went through a transformation and has decided that this isn't worth, it's not worth it. I want my freedom. Where the antelope roam. I want to go. 3 of Pentacles. So it could have been, obviously, 3 people in a situation. It could also be within 3 months. It'll be done. Let's look. The Sun is reversed. Okay, so the last 3 years is what I just heard have been unbearable. I just heard that. The last 3 years have been very like the wheel has completely stopped. There's been no progression in this marriage, in this unit. There's been nothing for like 3 years of complete unhappiness where when everything comes to a halt and then you're in quarantine together, then like everything starts getting very clear with the Page of Swords, right? And people start really telling others how they really feel and how they've been feeling. This relationship, this marriage has not been making anyone happy. Okay? So the last 3 months or 3 years, maybe it's taken that long to settle the score, right? To finally come to the culmination of, I'm done, right? Enough is enough. You get to that point where you say, enough is enough. And then you have to just, that's it. Okay, so someone, I mean, this is a very, I'm going to tell you, and it's sad to say, but it's true. And if there are kids involved, it's better to let this go and let someone have their freedom than to fight for something that clearly has been over, right? You have to release this because you've been carrying the weight around of the world and being backstabbed, someone backstabbed with lies and deception and, emotional manipulation. It's time to go. It's just time to go. There's nothing else I can say about that. As hard as maybe you've prayed and you've tried and you've tried, because people do. When this is a 10, people have tried for a long time to make something work, right? Even if it is faking it, which the arrogance is here twice. Someone's been faking it, saying on the external is happy, but internally has been suffering in silence, for sure. All right, let's get an Ascended Master Archangel card for this reading. Ascension. Someone is not on the same page as the other anymore. Serapis Bey is here to say, move into your true self. That's what's happened here. Someone is finally speaking their truth. Huge. Finally speaking their truth and saying, I have carried this for too long. I am not happy. Hopefully the fighting hasn't been cutthroat, right? We don't want to hurt others' feelings because that comes back. But the Five of Swords is fighting over something that's been kind of gone for a while. A marriage. Now the logistics are what you're going through. The logistics of how much money, how much time, and all. Those are just the finality of how it plays out, right? That's what comes out of this. Someone moved into their true self and spoke. Rise above the darkness, the light is here. So that's what's happened. They want to be happy again. They want to move into a different life. And it's not going to be, this is a very common thing when tragedy hits, right? People start realizing that their external once was externally happy, showing the world that you're happy for how many years, what have you. People think the happy people are like in this happy place when in actuality, behind the doors of the home, the four walls, is chaos. And someone wasn't speaking their truth, and finally they did. Maybe a fight ensued and the truth just came out during this like someone had a revelation. I just heard, I'm not happy. I want out. I've had enough of, even if this is not someone who deceived, but who deceived themselves because they weren't being true to themselves, right? Being unhappy and suffering in silence, carrying the weight of the world is not the way to live. And a lot of people are going to, this is going to be a very common theme, especially after a natural disaster that's taken place. Maybe not natural, but you know what I'm saying. In the scheme of things, when we are bound to our family so closely, the truth comes out, a transformation happens. People are realizing that they're not living in their own truth. And as long as you remain not arrogant about how much money you're going to be giving, because this is what that is. You're worried that this is how much money am I going to have to give for my children? And this is, I love my children, I'll give them whatever I can, right? So that could be the finality of what this Queen of Pentacles is doing. Putting the final, right? Putting the finality onto a situation that doesn't make them happy anymore. It was happy at one time. And it's going, like I said, this is going to be a very common theme for many after this is all said and done. Have a great day.